with Dalton for the second straight year. My number one offensive line in America is the Alabama Crimson Tide. And because Alabama, the only school in America with 3 offensive linemen that were in my top 10 rankings, whether it be at tackle or on the interior offensive line. Caden Proctor, my number 3 tackle in college football in our way too early 2026 NFL mock draft. He was our number 1 overall pick in that mock draft because against some elite competition, he has elite tape. He has 3 games against Georgia and South Carolina in his career. In those 3 games, 90.4 pass blocking grade, only 1 pressure allowed on 96 pass blocking snaps. And we're talking about going up against Dylan Stewart, Kyle Kennard, Mykel Williams, Jalen Walker. All those guys are NFL players, and 3 of them probably going to be first-round picks in the draft, and he still was an elite player against those guys. So I think Caden Proctor could be a top 10 pick at least at tackle next year. His movement ability at his size, around 6'7", 360, is preposterous. So Caden Proctor, my number 3 tackle in the country. Parker Brailsford is my number 7 interior offensive lineman in the country. Second most valuable returning power forward center over the last 2 years, according to our wins above average metric. And then you also have Jaden Roberts coming back at right guard. He was 10th on my interior offensive lineman list, 77.8 run blocking grade over the last 2 years, which is 10th among power forward guards. So you have those 3 coming back, who all of them are among the best in the country at their positions. Yes, we do have some questions on the other 2 spots in the offensive line in right tackle, Wilkin Formby, and left guard and Cam Dewberry, who's transferring in, ironically, from Texas A&M. But I think the trio of Proctor, Brailsford, and Roberts was enough for them to be number 1 on this list.
Certainly as talented as any offensive line in college football. You look at the work that Brailsford has done at center during his time with Kalen DeBoer, both at Washington and at Alabama. Caden Proctor, we're waiting on the breakout for a full season of the grades, but you can see the talent. I mean, you just had, 6'7" and 350. He doesn't move like a guy that size for sure. Jaden Roberts, considered the strongest player on Alabama's entire team, a powerful run blocker. And I'm curious to see how Ryan Grubb puts it all together now, reuniting as the offensive coordinator with Kalen DeBoer after a year with the Seattle Seahawks. And with Washington, they got into a little more of that zone run game. Maybe with Roberts and Proctor, bigger guys, maybe they'll get a little bit more downhill. But that offense with Michael Penix at Washington worked better when they had a little bit of balance. The weeks they had some balance, and Penix was actually the best play-action passer in the country that year. Maybe if they can repeat the same, get the run game going, get the play-action game going for Ty Simpson. But this offensive line should make that job a lot easier. They're huge, except for Brailsford. They're all really talented. They got to fill in those other 2 spots, but I think they should feel certainly very good about the foundation they have here at Alabama.
Absolutely, yeah. And they also brought in a 5-star recruit on the interior offensive line in Michael Carroll, who's a number 14 player in the country coming out of high school too. So they also have a 5-star true freshman coming in there too. And I should have mentioned this earlier too, but Texas A&M has a 5-star tackle coming in and Lamont Rogers coming in. So yeah, a lot of really talented players in the SEC right now on the offensive line, but Alabama checks in for the second straight year as my number 1 offensive line in college football. Hey, thanks for watching another episode of the PFF College Football Show. Please make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.
Also, subscribe to PFF Plus at subscribe.pff.com for all of the same data and grades that we use in our show, plus fantasy tools, betting tools, and our mock draft simulator.